From Storm Tracker 6, this is Forecast First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Satellite and radar continues to show widespread light to moderate rain showers across mid-Michigan this afternoon. But notice off to our north, just to the west of Saginaw and Flint, we're already starting to see some signs of mixing as cooler temperatures begin to work their way south. In addition to the precipitation, we also have some reduced visibility across the area below 2 miles in Lansing, Charlotte, and Mason, with most of our current temperatures sitting in the mid to upper 30s. These temperatures will continue to cool as we go throughout the rest of the afternoon, so more of that snow mixing in with rain expected across the area later this evening. I'll have some more details on what else we should be expecting coming up in just a bit. 6 News at Noon starts right now.
WLNS is here for you with 6 News at Noon.
Heavy equipment work is expected to start today to lift the remains of American Airlines Flight 5342 and the military helicopter it crashed with out of the Potomac River. It's our top story at noon. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Megan Vaselli. Federal investigators now say all 67 people involved were killed. Meanwhile, they continue looking for clues as to how the crash happened in the first place, hoping the 2 black boxes pulled from the water will contain crucial flight details. Natalie Brand is here for you now with the latest on this investigation.
Heavy equipment is expected to be brought in to lift the wreckage of American Airlines Flight 5342 and the military helicopter from the Potomac River as investigators search for answers.
We'll look at the aircraft, we will look at the helicopter, we will look at the environment in which they were operating.
The National Transportation Safety Board says it's analyzing the plane's 2 black boxes, which were recovered from the water Thursday night.
They are a critical part of almost any investigation. They give us a lot of data points. They can tell us about communications that we may not know about.
At the time of the crash, both aircraft were flying at about 400 feet, according to data from FlightAware and Flight Radar 24. Military helicopters are supposed to stay below 200 feet in the area. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth addressed the issue on Fox News.
Someone was at the wrong altitude. The investigation will help us understand that. Was the Black Hawk too high? Was it on course? Right now, we don't quite know.
CBS News has also confirmed the same air traffic control worker managing helicopter traffic was also handling some planes taking off and landing around the time of the collision. Sources say those tasks are usually handled by 2 different people at that time of day.
It is not uncommon for us to routinely combine positions, decombine positions.
Nick Daniels, the president of the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, tells CBS News the number of air traffic controllers is dependent on the workload.
Quite often, if we don't have enough people, we begin reducing how many aircraft that we can efficiently move and safely move through the airspace.
According to CBS News data team analysis, reports of near mid-air collisions at the nation's airports are on the rise. At Reagan National Airport, at least 9 near mid-air collisions have been reported over the last 20 years. Natalie Brand, Arlington, Virginia.
Stay with 6 News on air, online, and through our 6 News app as we continue to follow this developing story. The Food and Drug Administration just approved a new painkiller designed to eliminate the risk of addiction associated with opioids. The pill from Vertex Pharmaceuticals is for acute pain that often happens after surgery or injuries. Health officials say it's the first new pharmaceutical approach to treating pain in 20 years. However, they admit that while the medication was better at reducing post-surgery pain than a placebo, it did not outperform treatment using opioids. In other health news, University of Michigan Health Sparrow made history conducting its 1 millionth COVID test. Sparrow was among the first health systems in Michigan to offer patients in-house COVID testing. It also transformed the former Sears Automotive Center in Frandor into an innovative drive-through lab services site. The site played a critical role in addressing the community's need for COVID testing, and at one point provided more than 2,000 vaccines in a single day. U.S. District Court Judge Jane Beckering recently denied a request regarding conversion therapy here in Michigan. Catholic Charities of Jackson, Lenawee, and Hillsdale counties, as well as an individual psychologist, had asked for a preliminary injunction to block the enforcement of Michigan's state ban on conversion therapy while their lawsuit against the law played out in court. Now, the lawsuit challenges changes to the Michigan Mental Health Code to prohibit any state-licensed mental health professional from engaging in conversion therapy with a minor. The Michigan Capitol held a special event this morning, New Keys for the Capitol, celebrating the arrival of a newly refurbished Everett Studio upright piano. This piano... Yeah, this piano is a true Michigan-made masterpiece. It was crafted in South Haven back in 1985. It's been restored and now will serve as the centerpiece within the State Capitol Rotunda's historic walls. This specific model is recognized for its durability, rich sound, and timeless craftsmanship, making it the perfect fit for our state capitol.
It was special. I fortunately had to see them rehearse last night, but hear them perform today and see the smiles on everyone's faces. I know how the music resonates through the entire building when it's going, so it really did a nice job in bringing everyone's mood up a little bit.
A local church here in Lansing acquired the piano and meticulously restored it to ensure it complements the Rotunda's unique acoustics. Here at TV6, we're getting ready to celebrate our 75th anniversary, and this year we want your help. So if you hung out with Alley Cat, cut a rug on Swing Lively, or know someone who met Martha Dixon, please let us know. And if you have any pictures or videos from back in the day, we set up a folder for you to upload your memories, and we'd love to use them on air. To share them, just head to WLNS.com/75. And if you're willing to talk about it on TV, let us know in the comments and we'll try to get a hold of you. We'll be kicking off the celebrations around our birthday in May.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
It's a gloomy end to the work week across mid-Michigan. Again, in addition to the light to moderate rain showers we currently have across the area, we also have some low-level clouds that are still reducing visibility across mid-Michigan. In terms of rainfall totals that we have seen thus far, the most impressive amounts right along the state line. They're just above ½ an inch over in Coldwater, right around 3/10 of an inch in Hillsdale and Jackson, but still only a trace amount of precipitation being picked up here in the city of Lansing. Again, satellite and radar continues to show these widespread light to moderate rain showers across mid-Michigan, but notice mainly off to our north we are starting to see some cooler temperatures moving in, and as that continues to happen, it'll help to mix in a couple of wet snowflakes in with these rain showers as the system continues to push off to the south and east. Now, I stopped precision cast right around 1 o'clock, and you will notice that it is starting to show some signs of freezing rain across the area. However, because our temperatures are still going to be in the mid to upper 30s at the surface, I still think this is likely going to be more of a rain and snow mix that we see across mid-Michigan, and that situation is going to track south again as the system starts to exit the area. A better chance for maybe a brief period of some wet snowflakes as we move into the evening hours of the day, but by the time we hit 7-8 o'clock this evening, we dry things out, but we'll still hold on to mostly cloudy conditions both overnight tonight and also as we move throughout the start of the weekend. Our next area of low pressure is going to be moving in early Sunday morning. We'll start out with a couple of wet snowflakes, but temperatures on Sunday going to be topping out in the 40s again, so we will eventually transition over into a rain and snow mix, and I do think we will be dry by Sunday afternoon. In terms of additional rainfall across the area today, we'll pick up an added 1/4 inch, possibly as much as ½ an inch of rain across the area. Outside right now, you can see those light rain showers falling over towards the Capitol. Temperatures currently sitting in the mid-30s, winds coming out of the north, and that's what's going to help usher in some of those cooler temperatures that we will eventually see later on this evening. We're at 34 degrees in Grand Ledge, no sustained winds at this time, and a peak wind gust of only 8 miles per hour. If we look at our Jackson camera, you can start to see those low-level clouds reducing visibility. This is going to remain the case likely as we go throughout the rest of our Friday, but it looks like the most significant reduction in visibility was earlier on this morning. In Jackson, currently at 37 degrees, feeling like temperatures are right around the freezing mark, and more rain over in Hillsdale, currently sitting in the upper 30s. This is our high temperature for today. Readings will continue to cool as we go throughout the rest of our Friday, all the way down to an overnight overnight low in the upper teens. We will be dry and mostly cloudy at that point in time, and as I mentioned, still going to be dry as we start off the weekend. However, notice on our 6-day forecast, we have several systems that we are going to need to track. Again, the chance for a rain and snow mix during the first half of the day on Sunday. Second half will be dry, so eventually we enjoy that high of 40 degrees. There is another system that has my attention. It will be moving in for the middle of next week. Notice by then, temperatures will be in the 30s, and it looks like that system has a better chance to bring us a wintry mix, maybe some freezing rain in the forecast as well.
Great.
I know, so it's a ways away, so a lot can still change between now and then.
It's just very bizarre that it's raining and getting colder. So in the morning, Katie is very outspoken about how much she dislikes the cold weather, rain, and you know, walking out in it in between the morning and the noon, I agree.
Yeah, it might as well just snow at this point.
Yeah. All right, Kendall, thank you. Well, coming up, how to get the biggest bang for your buck when picking out your next TV. Just keep it right